Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is The Sims 2. And, well, it's after midnight, but I don't care. Still TF Tuesday until I go to sleep. So, transform me.
Sounds awesome. I ended up doing Tuesday Night Raw due to the April Fooling. What's up?
Does Zim have a Rue redeem?
I don't know. I know I have a channel change redeem you can do.
I do have a kangaroo farm in the TF Talkies, yes.
Oh boy. How to find that one? Huh.
Exclamation point potion. There's a cheat sheet.
And
I
you
feel
change
like
my channel
revealing-
randomly or pick the channel. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like revealing that I is Australian has made Takesh very happy.
Copy.
He likes
mean,
the
I-
ruse.
Very much like the ruse as well. I just kind of keep it under lock so I don't get happy. Been
So- so
more
I-
pupper lately.
So I should start thumping my Bigfoot?
You shouldn't do that because that is Look, I like to tail whap a lot, and foot thumping or tail whapping, it's yeah, it's
Well, you know what the
ASMRs.
You know what the greatest part about kangaroos' tails is?
What's that?
They're very strong and long, and they're quite skilled at manipulating objects.
Oh, I know that.
And they
I've done
can
that with-
thump hard. If you like
Get 'em
thumping,
bounced.
thump.
Trust
Yeah, but
me,
the
I've done a lot of root brain with that as the key thing in my head. Right now, I'm trying to stick to the growth brain. Hey, look, where am I?
Because-
I'm in the
I
game
don't
right
know.
now.
I wouldn't be opposed
can-
to Rooks coming out.
They also can support their whole body weight with their tail.
Oh, I got a thing. Zim stands atop a large hill looking into a vast cave, and perhaps the greatest discovery found by an adventurer in the last century. He is eager to begin spelunking, but unfortunately, a small group of environmentalists are not too happy about his foray into the cave, as they believe it contains a rare species of worm that may become extinct if their habitat is disturbed. Zim doesn't want to hurt any worms, but he also doesn't want to miss out on what could be one of the last unexplored caves. What should Zim do?
Adopt the worms.
This just
They're
sounds like the
worms.
start-
I'm entering the cave.
Yeah, this sounds like the
Lovely.
start of some sort of TF thing where you go in there and disturb the natural ecosystem and
You never say no to some worms.
Zim has spelunked for too long and too hard to pass up this opportunity, even if the worms are endangered. After a quick check of his repelling equipment, Zim leaps into the abyss of the cave. What he finds inside is nothing short of incredible. Waterfalls, ruby-encrusted stalagmites, and best of all, a huge, thriving colony of two-headed glowing worms. Zim carefully takes a few photographs and a sample of the rock within the cave without disturbing the worms. He then returns to the surface a hero of the environmental, science, and spelunking communities. Especially a de facto multi-regional sim of some question. Zim is promoted! Yay!
Alrighty then. Congrats, you're a spelunker.
I like the fact that they ignore the ruby encrusted stalagmites. Like, oh, here's a picture of a two-headed worm. Ignore these valuable gems.
I mean, to be fair, the fame of discovering a new creature is definitely worth a lot more.
Yeah.
yeah, you won't be taking any of those ruby stalagmites out of there because you don't have mineral rights to the cave.
No. Well, let's see what everybody's doing. Kuroi's eating some food. I just walked in. I think I'm done with my job. I'm still on the couch. Rest a little bit.
And Kuroi's just gonna sit here and thump his giant Roo paw. Thump, 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 thump.
You're trying to give me brain rot, but it's not gonna work.
Oh, isn't it? Thump, 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 thump,
Except
thump, thump,
Rex,
thump,
I
working.
did say to bring out that Rooks. Don't
Yes,
you
sir.
want to be my little Joey?
Oh, brain rot. Alright, give me a second. I'll change it.
Ooh, it's gonna be neat to see Rooks.
But yes, I very much like Roos as well. It's one of those things I am a big fan of Roo. When Kangaroo Month was happening, I was all about it. So, I even have a Roo
How is
form,
there-
as you can see.
How is there a kangaroo month and I have no idea about it?
Yeah, it was last month, February. Or like a month.
What is
February.
kangaroo
It's
month?
called Feb.
February.
February.
Oh,
Yes.
February.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, I get it.
It's a little salt there, like, yeah, whatever. Dang it. You can celebrate
Yeah.
it next time it shows up. I'm surprised you
My-
never noticed because like people post art all over the place.
Yeah, my kangaroo artist friend loves to use that.
I don't know. I just think it's funny that most people I know who are big fans of kangaroos are not Australians.
I mean, yeah, it makes them. Most people that are fans of dragons don't get to see dragons all the time. So hence, if you kangaroos being kind of rare make them even cooler.
They're kind of everywhere, though.
Yeah, for you.
Exotic things are always more interesting than the thing that's in your backyard.
I mean, there's also the fact that
I mean-
big paws, big tails, pouch thing, really hoppy.
It-
They're nice.
They kind of smell like deers,
Really?
if that helps. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, they're very closely related. They're like if deers and bunny rabbits had a baby.
So they're deer brained.
Rabbits.
Okay. But also, you said rabbits though.
Yeah.
And then they with a boxer.
Well, okay. If a deer was a rodent, that is a kangaroo.
You're making this even more confusing as you speak. I like it. Keep going.
I mean, that's just most Australian animals summed up. I mean, what's a platypus? It's a duck beaver with poison.
Mammals. Oh, they had duck beaver with poison. Yeah, you're right. That is pretty wild. Oh my gosh, lycanthrope, come out already! Dang it!
Also,
Look out the window
people
for
seem
'em.
to. I think my biggest pet peeve though is when people call koalas koala bears. I'm like, they're not bears. They are not bears.
I like how we're talking to each other now, and like me and you in the room, we're talking at the same time. All right, Karoi, what have you learned in cat school?
Actually, you are trying to teach him how to speak.
Yeah, I'm talking to him. You may be able to hear him, but I'm trying to. All Karoi's doing right now is meowing. But to me, I think I can get him to speak. I swear he's talking about kangaroos, guys. Listen to him. See? He said kangaroo just now. Did you hear it? It was right behind. See it? It's right there. I'm gonna teach him to speak. Just give me a sec.
So Kuroi is the druid that stays constantly in wild shape and lets the rest of the party do the speaking.
That could be lore, I guess.
Just be the druid that stays in wild shape and has the feat to be able to cast while in wild shape and just cast speak with animals on enemy.
That's it.
Nah. I'd rather just meow at them. Then they can't hear the insults.
Oh no, our tub's broken. I'll repair it. I totally have plumber repair skills. Yep, I got this.
Wouldn't you rather make them seem like they're crazy among their peers when the cat starts talking to them and they understand it and everyone else thinks they're just talking to a meowing cat?
I think one of my favorite things I've seen is like, when people meow back at their cats and it's like, someone's like, what if you were actually saying like actual cat words? And it's like the cat comes home and you come home and the cat's like, hi, how's your day? And you yell back, taxes!
That was yesterday. That was yesterday.
I think it would not actually make any sense, sadly. You'd be just trying to communicate. Walk up to Kuroi. How was your day, human? Couch gravy! Wait, what?
Yeah.
Meow? Just yelling random words.
And just hack
so
up a hairball.
your
to distract
bathtub
them.
is just spurting out water. I guess it's
I'm
turned
aware.
into one of those.
It broke.
Did you know? I'm supposed to be cleaning it, but I'm doing a very important job right now. Talking to the kitty.
That is fair.
It was one of those classic games back in the day, like Civ, where I mean, one more turn became the day star has come up again.
I still don't believe that burning ball of fire in the sky is safe.
That's
The
a good
deadly
assumption.
laser.
I do feel my skin hurt when I have them two in front of it.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with
Suspicious.
that.
Also, it hides at night. Suspicious.
Well, it doesn't hide. It shares rent with the moon. You know, the moon gets its, portion of the sky time, and the sun gets its portion of the sky time. You know?
I have never seen any transactional handings of any money between them. Who's the landlord then? This is too suspect.
They've evolved beyond landlord ships.
See, you can get sunburn from the sun, but you can't really get moon scorched.
Yes, but you can get lycanthropy from the moon, but you can't from the sun. So that's how the sun and moon trade.
What do you get when you... What's the lycanthropy version for the sun? All I see is people burn up sometimes and just poof. But I never see lycanthropy.
I mean, I've seen some interesting SCP things relating to sun,
And
but
the
they
sun
aren't
you
as
turn
fun.
into. Oh, I'm not. There's an SCP that has a sun-based one?
What?
Really?
Oh yeah, it's
There's several.
When day breaks, but when
Oh,
day
yeah.
breaks is the one I think Gary was referring to.
What? Send me that if you get a chance. I don't think I've seen that one.
Do you like
yeah.
Eldritch body horror?
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
I play Fear and Hunger and also other things that
He's
are I'm
playing-
literally about to
No,
showcase
he doesn't.
that.
Don't look outside, which is very similar.
Yeah, I'm actually wanting to play that, which has that kind
Yeah.
of vibe of Eldritch stuff going
Like
on.
that's literally the premise of.
Oh, it's called
that.
Look Outside. It's called
Yeah.
Look Outside.
So when
You
day
should
breaks is
just
one
look
of the potential SCP-001 entrances.
Oh, it's a one entrance. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to
I
either make
will-
them very epic or tie with everything else sometimes, and I like that.
This one's very tied to the Sarkics and the flesh that hates and all that.
Oh, nice. Alright,
Okay,
yeah,
so
that-
I have made the
it's,
mistake of telling him to make many hot dogs, and he is just continuing to do so forever.
Well,
Ah,
in the meantime, I'm doing my job in this bathroom, but at first I have to do my job in this bathroom.
and you can't cancel it. Lovely.
You can't cancel.
Okay,
the
finally
button.
stopped.
Okay.
You just
After
want
making
to help that-
3 serving platters, or 5 of them. Yeah, 5.
Oh, excuse me. So
Your
that's
fan based.
25 hot dogs.
Thank you, CJ, for the follow. Welcome to Saurian Pack, where trying to clean a bathroom reminds me that I gotta use the bathroom. Then I forget, then I go to sleep while we're still having a plumbing problem. We're gonna be swimming in the morning.
No, you're on the top
Yeah.
floor. It's just gonna go down to the lower floors.
Oh, you're right. Structural damage.
And it's your bed that's right beside the water.
Oh, lovely. Maybe we could just call a plumber?
That costs money. Oh, you could bribe him with the extra plates of hot dogs.
True.
If I don't eat them all.
Now you're thinking with meat. That's one of the best things to think with.
Meat?
Meat. Meat.
That is how you get the cat
Steak.
shrink to like you.
Hey, Garu. Steak. Steak.
Ah.
Steak.
Kitty meat.
Steak. Hey, Kuro. Kuro. Fish.
Hmm?
Fish. Fish.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cat
Sushi.
does not
Sushi.
like the
Sushi.
fish.
Sushi. Oh, I learned you don't like fish. Understood.
Did you ever see that cat gif? where-
Chocolate.
Have you ever
Bunny?
seen that cat gif where the human tries to give the cat something and it just cringes and recoils?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Sad thing is that's not actually the cat cringing and recoil. It's a tick.
Oh.
It's a neurological disorder some cats suffer.
That's a shame.
But it's the cats can still live healthy, happy lives. But some people think it's cute or funny. At least it's not as bad as people doing the cucumber thing behind the cat, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not actually scaring the cat, and the cat isn't going to not have that. So
They're going to have that reaction with pretty much anything they sniff. Like they'll get it from
Exactly.
their own food.
so might as well make a funny video out of it and make the most of
Yeah.
it. And then you can use that money to pay to get the cat the best care you can. I'm all for it.
I mean, that's basically what the owner of Grumpy Cat did.
But yeah, no, I actually would go through the SCP archives and look for cool TFE things that weren't completely ruining your day. I remember I found like a totem pole in there that had different totem animals, and if you touched
Yep.
a particular totem animal, you got furry superpowers.
I don't remember giving superpowers. I thought it turned them into blood-crazed berserker monsters that just, killed people.
Nope, didn't make you kill people. The one I was looking at. There's other ones though.
Which was
That was the totem pole one. And you could touch the different totems, and then one of them was like a crow, and it would let you fly. But, it horribly turned you into a half crow, half human, so...
Ah, okay, so that
Interesting.
might be that.
But it didn't make you crazy. And then there was another one that was like an animal zipper.
Animal zipper?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
the
that
zipper.
one.
Just a little bit of random furry magic in the SCP world. So you have this zipper, and it's like a fursuit zipper, but you put it on the back of someone, and it'll magically attach to their back. And then you pull the zipper down, and out comes the animal.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Well, some furry
I-
ones, but not that one.
I don't know why, but that just hit me right in the existential dick.
The
That
problem
seems like
was
a TM trigger. Just
the
somebody
animal-
made.
Yeah. The animals didn't have to be the same size as the person. So,
Oh.
that's the danger of it. Like, someone got unzipped to being a giant whale.
I was waiting for the whale.
Rip. But that was a fun log.
I know there was
I'm
the
still-
cursed coats in the log cabin that turned into random were creatures, but of course,
I remember that one.
Violent ones, huh?
The codes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then there was the lodge those Sarkic guys were making, and they figured out a drug that would turn you into animals. But of course, they were like, Eldritch Mafia, because they're the Sarkics. But they actually were out in Russia somewhere, and they were making, furry drugs.
Fair enough.
Like, how will we make money in order to fund our new Cthulhu minion? Furry
Did
drugs.
you say Cthulhu? Out there.
Cthulhu.
Well, that's kind of like
I
the
like
whole
that way you say it.
Sarkic thing. If it involves biology, they could probably make it happen, and they're probably interested in it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it is worth noting. I'm fairly certain that Cthulhu isn't actually pronounced Cthulhu.
Chthul?
Probably isn't, but I'm used to it now. It sounds off.
It's-
otherwise.
It's like Cthulhu or something.
Really?
I
Yeah.
thought it was
The name
Chthul.
is so crazy. We can't even say it right.
Well, the idea is you're not supposed to be able to pronounce most of the creatures in Lovecraft's world.
Yeah.
So,
You'll go
'Cause, like-
insane just saying their name.
Like, what am I gonna name this creature? I know. I'll let my cat step on the typewriter, and whatever letters jam up, that's their name.
so
feel
usually
like,
we have pronunciations of it that we can say, but the point's supposed to be that you can't actually pronounce the real way you say it. But yeah, it's probably more adjacent to this, but Cthulhu ended up getting popularized. But I think it's supposed the way that it was intended was like Cthulhu.
I wonder what would happen if you put a fursuit into the machine under fine or very fine.
I you probably get something very horrific.
Yes.
A sentient furry god who looks at you and goes, "What? I'm gonna bite and turn you into one of me?" Yeah.
It
Salt!
wouldn't be much.
Hi.
Hey, so
I always
Hello
like
there, Sarah.
Oh,
that sort of seems cool. Oh yeah, we were just doing some multiverse a second ago. Well, looks like Galru's gonna do art. They're looking at it, they're getting ready, and they decided not to.
What?
Yeah. SCP-914, the furry apocalypse.
yeah.
Isn't that the one that's just like the fursuits that are like the furries that are like contagious and they just cause your brain to melt?
They're basically werewolves, but furries. Oh, sorry, not werewolves, zombies, but furries.
Fair enough.
Like
Okay.
they actually are. They look like furries, but they're all vicious and snarly and bitey and eaty and.
SCP-3312, the furry disease.
But there was some actual interesting mutagens that were in there. There was a disease that caused you to adapt to whatever your environment was. So they like put one person underwater, and then they ended up growing gills and stuff and becoming aquatic. So there's definitely, some fun things you can play around with.
I think the thing to note though is usually an SCP, unless it's got a J at the end of it, it's probably going to have something that makes it just horrific, because generally SCPs tend to be horror entries.
Well, it's more that you take something that doesn't apply to the world of reality and you just jam it into reality and you just see what breaks. And usually when stuff in reality breaks, people get hurt. Like the zipper. It's perfectly fun, permanent TF, but the conservation of mass issues can cause hazards.
Redacted, if you will. That's what I kind of like. The thing you're talking about is like why I like the anomalous coffee machine so much, because people putting in, a cup of black hole, seeing what happens. What was the
Yeah,
last thing?
but-
Cup of fire, cup of lightning. What's something they did that was bad?
But I mean, if you or Zim got a hold of that machine, you'd probably like put like a cup of dreaded 13th serum or a cup of TF potion.
I know there was a
The-
vending machine one that was actually almost
Vending
a-
machine from
Good.
another reality.
Yeah.
Vending machine, yeah. That's an
Except when
interesting
it was
little
told to put out the blood of Christ, and then it was like, this is a little weird.
Yeah, I think that's the
Um,
one. It's the machine with the keyboard. Yes, go
I
ahead.
don't know. I really liked diving into the really LGG SCP entries, like the ones that keep you up at night in dread.
I'm trying to remember. It was like one really interesting one. A lot of them involve like sleep, and the ones that usually I really like are the ones that are like simple sometimes. Like the I forget what it's called, but the one where it's that thing that gets you if you're not looking. If you open a door or have a door closed, or behind a curtain. The thing behind a curtain, which basically a play on like being freaked out about the thing that's in the bathtub curtain before you open it. That thing.
I think the one that got me a lot was the shadow demon thing. That when you shine the light on it, it shows red eyes, but the red eyes are actually it being forced into submission. But it's like if it's active, it'll like pick you up and rip you apart just for the fun of it.
Lovely.
And the other one was those eyes that you can see in a reflection, that the instant you see it, it stretches out for you, the experiencer, as an eternity to die, but you die instantly.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the scary SCPs. Also the sad one, like Mr. Happy. The Wonder Toy, Mr. Wondertainment's toy, Mr. Happy.
I haven't seen that one
That
yet.
was sad. So it was you know the Wondertainment the Wondertainment Mister series.
Yeah, I know that one. I know
The little misters.
Yeah, the little misters. Mr. Happy was all it wanted to do was to make people happy, but he was made with the defect that everything around him would become infected with rust.
Oh.
And so he retreated to an old facility and just hid there. And just all he wanted was to meet someone and make them happy. But, the facility was anomalously, rusting, and there was like rust spreading out from it, and there was all these weird noises and stuff coming from within it. So the SCP Foundation sent someone in there. And in the middle, they see Mr. Happy. And the SCP agent who went in there was dead. Like, he was going to die. There was nothing he could do. So all Mr. Happy could do was try to comfort the poor SCP agent as he slowly succumbed to his lungs turning to rust. And it was sad.
So, I have read that one, and I think what really might have happened is that Wondertainment knew that Mr. Happy was broken, and they didn't want Mr. Happy to leave. So they put Mr. Happy in the maze of that facility, where his rust would be contained, it wouldn't spread out and affect the rest of the world. But you could go into the maze, because it kind of had like a negative pressure in reality. So you could go in, but once you were in, you could never get back out.
I don't remember people not being able to get back out, and I remember Mr. Happy was only staying there because his father told him to.
Yeah, and his father built the maze for him.
And he didn't want to upset his father because his whole thing was he wanted to make people happy.
Yeah, his father said, "You stay here," and then he built a maze around him.
I'm gonna look up Mr. Happy on YouTube and see if there's a log on that one. I've already seen some of the ones that are sad, like the obvious ones, like
Just don't
Paper
look up
Dragons.
Half-Life.
Half-Life.
Yeah.
I think I've already probably read that one. I've heard that one. If anything from Volgun, I believe his name is. I've seen those. Watched a lot of them. There's a pretty sad one involving a park. They take you into the park and they slowly just keep you there. That one had a pretty sad ending.
There's a lot of them that have very sad endings.
Yeah, it's SCP. Is that sad or gruesome?
Yeah.
One.
Or both.
That's what horror's about.
Sad, gruesome, horrifying, or just, yeah.
There's some happy
that's
ones.
confusing.
I think it's perfectly legal. Thank you very much. It was a very interesting entry.
There was one that I had read that was pretty dang happy, surprisingly. I think that was the whole gimmick behind it. It was about a monster who was just... He was your ferocious monster number 5078, but they did a nice spin on it about, like, doing tests on him and trying to slowly figure him out. And that one has a nice story. It has an interesting take on it. I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Like
Another
that.
murder
There's
monster, I think it is.
Yeah, you got it. Another murder monster. I like that one a lot.
You just hope that someone doesn't put an edit at the end and make it sad. I think of, like, the chair.
Thank you.
Oh, that one. Ugh. that chair.
Oh, the one that, yeah, I think I know the one you're
Oh,
talking about.
It would
another
teleport
thing.
when if you needed a place to sit, it would appear to you and give you a place to sit. However, the Global Occult Coalition, whose whole thing is they destroy anomalous objects, put it through a wood
Yeah.
chipper. This
Yep,
didn't destroy
I know
it,
this one.
but did make it vicious. So now it teleports into the lungs of nearby people.
It wasn't even that it was trying to be vicious, it's just now it's the shattered pieces of wood, and when it gets excited, all those pieces end up in a distribution near where it would land.
I was reading that it
It's
was scared and wanted to lash out at humans, so it did that.
Yeah, it got angry. It was more aggro now.
Yeah. And there's just a lot of wasted TF potential in those things sometimes, because it's just like, oh, every square inch of your body becomes teeth.
Oh, that's a fun one. That's a really fun one. Let's never talk about it again.
What? You like teeth. Especially
Moving on.
Murkrows with teeth. And
Moving on,
Sopples
so
with
what about
teeth.
that? What about the elevator SCP, or the one where you go into like the crazy?
Oh, and then the
Where's
clown
Waldo
comes.
one?
Yeah, the clown comes out and makes you play the game show Count the Teeth. Yes, I remember.
Terrible.
Or Bubbles the clown.
Bubbles the clown.
I was joking because it was Agents of Reflection. They
I-
all had
I
to get on
remember.
the elevator.
Damn, look up SCPs as we speak. Why there's not a new SCP game coming out that I haven't been finding? Oh, there's stuff being worked on.
Well, they had like a cool multiplayer one, which was just like a crazy party game side of thing, where you'd have
Honestly,
like 3 factions.
nowadays the DNA to SCPs is so prominent. You can just kind of find DNA SCPs everywhere. I mean, just play Repo. There's so many creepy things in that game. You can tell it got inspired by SCPs. A lot of
I mean,
evil
my-
company games like that.
I think
I
my
like it.
favorite SCP inspired game was Control.
I
Not
never
Control?
Played Control. I have it. I just never played it. I feel bad.
I just loved that gun.
I'm gonna have to go back and play it. Clearly.
That I've been liking one called Headliners, which is literally just you go around taking pictures of SCPs / cryptids. That one's fun.
Yeah.
Never fools with them, though. With weird stuff.
If you like text games, there was an old game called Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. And
What's
the
it
cool
called
thing,
again?
Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. It's ASCII art, but they do have art tile sets, so it's like kind of Dwarf Fortress style game, you know. It's completely
see.
free.
So it's $20. It looks like.
No, they must have released a Steam version. You can get the other version for free.
Oh, good to know.
It's been around for a while.
Looks like that dwarf game.
It's like
played
Dwarf
before.
Fortress. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress ended
Yeah.
up releasing on Steam and being a paid version, but there was always a free version that came before it too.
Is this game got like Dwarf Fortress? Or...
It's like Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode, if anything. It's single player focused. It's like a roguelike. But the cool thing about it is it's got this fully simulated world, you know, with zombies and stuff. And you can do
Yeah.
crafting and all that other stuff. But there's also, if you get far enough, there's actually, you can make mutagen serums. And you can
Yeah.
actually, you can turn yourself into like wolves. There's like a lupine serum, a feline serum, raptor serums.
It's a raptor one. Oh snap.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. And
What
then
are you
there's
talking about?
Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead.
Oh.
It's a text-based game, but it's pretty cool. They have a really cool TF system if you can get into it, though. But you have to get the actual lab syringes. You can't just easily get them. You either have to get like the manuals from laboratories, or you have to like there's certain places you can find them. But once you do that, you can either craft your own or get them from the labs. You can actually then start TFing yourself into a specific creature type, and you'll get traits. And then the further you go towards that TF, eventually you get to a point where you reach your threshold, and you have to use a special kind of syringe to breach your threshold. And basically that's when you transcend humanity, and you go fully into whatever that TF syringe is. And you'll get even more buffs, but you can never go back to being human.
Very
Or
old
you-
school looking game.
Yeah, or you can go full-on cyborg, and you can go get CBMs, which are like bionics. Or a mix of both, I guess. But, you know, you have all those little subtle
Oh,
TF
cutie.
mechanics. Aww.
The kitty transformed to an SCP. Oh dang! Pet more.
Your first-
Wait,
Your
no,
first
wait.
response.
It's tail. It's cat thump. So it's
Just one loud thump. Yeah. Like tail flapping.
Brace the thumb.
Randomly hit something.
Sorry, Kangaroo.
I'm starting to consider the moving to The Sims 3 already.
Oh yeah, talk about it. What's up?
Mostly because of the freaking... You have to have family friends in this in order to progress on jobs. But one nice feature that they put into The Sims 3 is that when you go to work, you can literally just... It costs you a little bit of job performance, but you can make friends there.
Ah, yes.
So you don't have...
Make friends with coworkers.
Yeah.
I remember it's always been a thing. In order to get further in jobs, you have to have friends or something. That's a thing, right? By people.
There was a whole book written about it, how to win friends and influence people. That book does not work.
Snowing. Scooter, you should go outside in the snow.
I would if I could.
Oh dang, it's actually snowed now. You actually got snow on the floor. Everybody's staying inside this time.
The problem with TF and Cataclysm, though, is it takes so much, unless you cheat and use cheats to get things, it'll take a whole long time of getting your character developed before you can actually have, like, a stable mutagen lab.
We're safe from the elements. Let's go.
We're filling our food bowls. Yay! We've got food, Kuro. We won't be freezing out in the snow without any food.
Nice seeing these retro games come back that are actually working for Windows 10, 11, whatever.
I mean, there's no reason that those games shouldn't be able to be run on modern hardware nowadays.
Oh, shouldn't, but I mean, greed and other decisions kill a lot of them. That's why Happy City Heroes came back. So I can play all my furry heroes.
No, Wing Zero, I didn't think it did myself, but apparently it does. I can get lucky and just, you know... Like, it's right here. I can get lucky with an event, and if I go down the right way with the event, then I don't need the family friend, but otherwise I just can't progress.
You just explode and die. Dun 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 dun.
It's like Twitch, you need a whole number of followers before you can progress.
Yeah. Guess I have something involving Raijin on my wants.
You want to be BFFs with them.
Yay! I do. Raijin, cute and awesome. I wish to be BFFs with the panda. What should we conversate about? Let's see, I can barely see the bubbles, so I make a comment about it. Oh well.
Tiny bubbles.
My diamond blocks my thought bubble. Yay, positives.
I mean, I haven't seen a TF system that in depth since, like, Pawn Morpher. Because they actually did, like, the whole, like, oh, randomly turning into, like, a crow person is probably not going to be very comfortable. So you end up with, like, pain damage from it that you have to, like, wait off. So you can't just, like, oh, I'm gonna mutate into this bird creature in the middle of fighting. Not a good idea. The druids have
Well, shoot.
Well,
Sorry about
Guru
that.
and Raijin are having fun in the snow.
Well, that's nice.
Look, I'm making trails.
Yay. Playing fetch in the snow. Let's go.
Let it snow, let it snow. And I'm out there too, but no one can see me because I'm a white rug.
You're just
Yeah.
camouflaged in there.
Like, Takesh is just laying on the ground. You just look for the soda can. Look for the soda bottle.
Yeah.
I am a bit confused. Where is our recycling bin? Why is it out on...
I'm doing what I'm going to be having to do pretty dang soon, sadly. We're laying down on the bed. Ooh, sleep. But it's important.
Sleep is always important times, hey?
Yeah, boy. I have more things I want to do. More hangouts I want to do.
I don't wanna sleep. I don't wanna go eepy.
Your nice weighted blankie, your nice comfy bed.
No. No nice weighted blankie. Nothing. Just cool air, please.
You can have like a light sheet. It's almost paper wafer thin.
There.
If you pull it up, it'll bring up a cool breeze over you.
No.
Yeah, but then it stops the air from going across my skin.
But it wicks the moisture away. It makes you nice and cool.
I don't know. I feel my fan's better at that.
I'll share my temperatures. It's -1 at the moment.
Trade. Please, trade.
And I have to
There.
like Americanize the -1 because I hear -1, I'm like, oh my. Water freezes at 32.
We're moving out of this place?
I was going to look at it, but apparently I gotta go a different route for that.
Really?
I mean, I've actually always wanted to. So there's these blankets I saw that I really want to try. They're like weighted blankets, but they're like cooling weighted blankets.
Looks like that's
Cooling
marketing.
rated blank. Sounds
Yeah, like they're supposed to not warm you up, but keep you cool.
I
I'm
like
like,
that. I like cool pillows.
But I need these. I want to try this because if it works, that's a game changer. Because it's always nice to sleep with a heavy weight on you.
Yeah, I agree. Weighted blankets are pretty dope.
I have like a cooling pillow, and I will say that what it is it's just a very, very heavy heat sponge. So it's very cool to the touch when you lay on it, and it stays cool to the touch for a while. But when you wake up in the morning, it'll be warm.
Yeah. That's like those foam mattress toppers and stuff. I've got a 3-inch one that I sleep on, and it starts cool, but it does start warming up, and once it warms, it's generally warm until you get off it and give it like 10-15 minutes to de-warm.
The way you'd have to make like a cooling blanket is you'd have to do it like a heated blanket, where you'd run like tubing through it, and then you'd have to like blow the Freon through the actual lining.
Well, they sell those.
Really? Okay. Fair enough.
They do, but they're like a couple of $100. They're like a couple of $1,000, and you usually have to pay a subscription to be able to control it.
Okay, I am really looking at moving to The Sims 3 sooner. I was just looking it up, and apparently actually moving out of this apartment will reset them.
Reset them?
Basically, we start entirely fresh.
What? Like our jobs or skills?
Jobs,
Or what?
relationships, everything.
What?
That
Yeah.
makes no sense.
That doesn't seem right.
You don't get to keep our jobs if we move? That makes no sense.
I mean, did that even happen? I think that didn't even happen in Sims 1, did it?
Yeah, no, I don't recall that, but apparently.
Because, like, moving houses is a thing in The Sims. Like, you usually
Yeah.
start at a cheap lot and then move your way up. And
That's a core
Yeah.
mechanic.
Maybe
Or
what I was
neighbor.
looking at was wrong. I don't know. All I know is what I was reading there.
okay, I mean, it could be right, but I wouldn't put it past them. But
Are you gonna be changing to Sims 3 tonight, or will it be next time?
Next time.
Okay, I was gonna decide if I stayed for the next 30. I sadly only have 30 minutes left, and I was thinking of going and starting up the Look Outside game for a little bit for sleep. That was right out to you. That's the plan anyway.
Sleepy Ruru.
I'm not sleepy. I just have to sleep. There's a difference.
I hope you'll
10
be
a.m.
able to sleep after playing a scary game like that.
What? No, those come for me. Unless it's Subnautica. I would
Oh.
request a protocol.
Well, I don't know. Some people don't like games where there's enemies you can't fight off. And you just have to run from them.
I think Look Outside's not all like that. I think it might have parts like that, but yeah, that's definitely Amnesia and Subnautica. You gotta
Yeah,
fight
that
back at Subnautica though.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I didn't like about Subnautica.
The thing I like about Subnautica is you're not encouraged to fight back. Sorry.
I'm not sure. I might go ahead and end the stream early tonight. I do have a lot of work to do with the SCAR system and stuff for the next update. And just finding that out and stuff was like, well, that kind of ruins my entire plan with this.
Yeah.
Moving to different places.
Yeah, I was planning, hey, we start in an apartment, move to a house, maybe move to a bigger house eventually.
And meet the glowy-eyed wolf.
I honestly thought that was the first game's goal, was you try to move into the mansion over time.
Yeah.
It's the biggest place.
Oh yeah, you definitely did that in The Sims.
So you didn't lose your job on the first one though, right?
Not that
I
at
don't
all.
think you did. But
I was a kid when I played this last.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
You get to keep your money at least?
Yeah,
From what
that's
I
when you buy the
understand,
house.
yes.
That's odd. Oh. Thank goodness there's mods. Haha. Wink.
Kind of?
I don't know anything about the mod scene, but I'm just guessing there's mods of Sims that probably would fix that and do other things too.
Technically, yes. But also, no.
Well, anyways,
Mods
I
have
guess
no
if you're
official support.
Either way you go, I guess I'll be hopping out of here to start my little horror game campaign. But I wish you well on the Scar Engine, and all of you a wonderful good night. I'll be seeing y'all probably later. I'm only going to work for 2 days, and then I'm off again. So I should better catch y'all, maybe even after work. Who knows? But
All right.
I'll keep hopping, and have a good day. Good night.
okay.
All of you.
Good night.
Good night, Roo.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
Rex.
good lycanthrope. Good night, good kitty. Good night, good rug. Good night, master. Nuzzles your paw for a bit. Hope you sleep well. Love you.
I love you too.
Nuzzle wuzzle.
Nuzzle, nuzzle. Backflip in 3, 7.
Ooey.
Oh, something's going on down there. Oh, they got sprayed.
Oh!
Was that
Oh
Rex?
my god. Yes, it was.
Clipping that.
His punishment for leaving.
His punishment for leaving was he got sprayed by a skunk. Yes.
Right on time, too.
That is just way too funny.
The
That is-
game what now?
Oh, the game immediately punished you. The moment you left, you got sprayed by a skunk.
I got the clip.
Yeah,
right
it's still
here.
running around out here.
Why?
Trigger.
And you're up there, trying to wash it off. Literally,
Wow.
the game immediately punished you for leaving.
Man, tis life, I guess. Burger baka baka. Bye-bye, everybody. You're gonna get freaking hit by a freaking Lycanthrope. Well, Lycanthrope's gonna show up and leave as soon as I can leave. All right.
Boy.
I'm leaving again. Hopefully nothing bad happens. What's that toast?
The toast? Is Rex having a stroke?
I don't know.
Rex likes to be random when he leaves. You know, like the backflip in 3-7.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream here. It was really short-lived. I wanted to do a bit more, but with The Sims 2, but that kind of just ruined my motivation. But I know for a fact that it's possible in The Sims 3. So, and besides, The Sims 3 is just better. Either way, thank you so much for joining. Wrong screen. Thank you so much for joining us today for The Sims 2. It was nice getting to go back and take a look at it. Maybe I'll return at some point. I don't know. But I'm just wanting to get to The Sims 3 now. So either way, thank you so much for joining. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for coming by, hanging out, and all that stuff. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, picking up packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or subscribing to us on Stream Loots as well as YouTube. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Dude.
Bye bye.